guys. How are you? Good Thursday evening. I'm so glad that you have jumped on and decided to watch the wind down. It's me, Kayla with the curls, and I'm doing my Thursday night segment where we keep things candid and we talk all about adult conversation. Things we all experience, things we're all ashamed of, things we're scared to say out loud. On the wind down, we just kind of tack all of it head on. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. I'm always looking for the best time to jump on so you all can see and talk with me. My lives are most fun if you're really interactive, and I want you to interact even if you're watching the replay because it gives me a good idea about what you guys want to see. So hey, I have a viewer. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below who you are because I just love to interact with you guys. So if you've been watching my stories or even watching my feed this week, we've been talking about accountability and apologies, which over time you would think that apologizing would do nothing but get easier as you recognize that at some point you are going to offend, embarrass, or hurt someone's feelings that you love and you care about. The thing about apologies is that you can be sincere and you can apologize to someone, but if you don't know their apology language, then you could really be wasting your breath. So, hey, how are you? It's Sarah. It's my 21st cousin to the 6 power squared, something like that. Hey, girl, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Sarah's a dear friend from high school, and we're still pretty tight now. That's great. Apologies. So tell me, guys, how you like to be apologized to. I posted a quiz on my feed twice, actually, a couple of days ago and today, and I asked you to take the quiz. This is also a book by Gary Chapman, who wrote the 5 Love Languages. Nova. Sorry, guys, my little doggy is ruining the video. We're going to probably play fetch in Total War. Welcome to my life. Apology languages. So there's 5, just like there's 5 love languages, all right? So the 5 apology languages are accept responsibility, expressing regret, genuinely repenting, making restitution, and requesting forgiveness. So those are the 5 ways that you can apologize to a person. It's important to know that just like with love languages, the way that you express apologies might not be the way that you prefer to receive them, and vice versa. Also, you should know that the love languages plays into your, yes, I'm taking her toy, I'm such a mom. The love languages play into the way that you prefer to be apologized to, okay? So if you took the quiz, hey Shauna, how are you, girl? If you took the quiz, then I want you to drop below your apology language or the way that you prefer for people to apologize to you. So for me, my top apology language, the way that I want for people to apologize to me, is accept responsibility. I had that at 50%, followed by expressing regret, genuinely repenting, making restitution, and then requesting forgiveness. So really quickly, we'll just kind of go through what that looks like. So if accepting responsibility is your apology language, that means that the person has to accept ownership of what they did to you. So for many people, and I'm one of them, all that I want someone to do after they have embarrassed me or hurt my feelings or done something like negative to me, all I'm really looking for you to do is to admit that you're wrong. Take responsibility for your role in it. That doesn't mean that we both didn't do something. It just means that you are demonstrating to me that you take responsibility for the part that you played in it. So it's gonna sound terrible, but for people who are an accept responsibility apology language, if the person is not going to accept fault in some way, it's like falling on deaf ears. You might as well not even offer the apology. This requires that the person who is seeking your forgiveness overcomes their ego and acknowledges like that they can be wrong. So you have to let go of that. My ego won't allow me to be vulnerable enough to be wrong. So you have to get over that. Without acknowledgement, again, of fault is pointless. So let me know down below if you're one of those people who you want somebody to just admit that they played a role in it or take responsibility for what they did. Apology language number 2 is expressing regret. And so this expression of regret has to be sincere, right? And it is emotionally charged. So when you are a person who is looking for someone to express regret, they have to acknowledge that they have caused you pain or embarrassment or shame or hurt in some way. If you are looking for a person to express regret, it has to be sincere. And sincerity doesn't just say in like verbally, sincerity also comes in body language. So if you say, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings. My face says I'm not really sorry, right? But my body language, it also showed I wasn't sorry, but my words said that I was. If you do this correctly and you sincerely express regret for hurting the person's feelings, then it gets right to the point, right? You don't have to go deep into all the stuff that you did to them. It's just like, you know what? I hurt you. And I recognize that I hurt you, and I value our friendship, I value our relationship enough to know that this is not something I want to do again, right? So, expressing regret when done sincerely is a great way to apologize. Again, it plays into that ownership thing, though. If you say, I hurt your feelings, you're taking ownership for what you done. Hey, cuz, how are you? Thanks for hopping on and joining. We'll skip that one there. Mine was at 25% for that. So let me know down below if you're just one of those people who wants people to just express that they're sorry and that they recognize the hurt or pain that they caused you. Number 3, genuinely repent for what you've done. So repentance is accompanied by changed behavior. This is really, really important to me too. So it's not just enough, I love you too, Danielle. It's not just enough to say I'm sorry. Some people need you to make a plan or express how it's not going to happen again, okay? So to genuinely repent, in that refactor, it's like, I recognize that I hurt your feelings when I was late for lunch. So in the future, I'm going to better manage my time. I'm going to set an alarm to remind me to get ready so that I won't be late again. That way, the person is aware of what you're going to do to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So people fall into a trap with this. I don't know why my dog is so crazy tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. People fall into a trap with this because they make these big proclamations of all this changed behavior and they bite off more than they can chew. It's more important to make little baby steps toward change than it is to make some big, huge, grand proclamation of what you're going to do in order to get this person to come back to you or whatever it is that they're doing, right? So baby steps. Otherwise, you set the person up to not believe you when you say you're sorry or you're going to make a change. In genuinely repenting, a person must verbalize a regret, express a plan, and then set up a plan. So be sure to do that, okay? Make restitution is number 4. Yes, saying sorry and not changing the behavior is the biggest pain point in this house. Right, the best apology is change behavior. It sounds like a Isabel thing that would be said. Change behavior. Don't be sorry. Be careful. That's what we say in the street, Sarah. Make restitution. So this is America, right? And we are part of that like group of people that believes that people should pay for their wrongdoings. When you do something, you should pay for it. I demand justice. And so that means, like, what are you going to do to gain back my trust? What are you going to do to fix our relationship? This doesn't have to be monetary, right? So for these people who want you to make restitution, they want you to do something or to prove that you are actually sorry. This doesn't have to be in the form of money. This is one that's really big where you have to know your person's love language. So making restitution for me, when I am a quality time, words of affirmation girl, is not buying me flowers because that's a gift giving thing. If I was a gifts person and that's what I liked, you could buy me some flowers. I'd be like, woo, we back on the up and up. But that won't work for me. Giving a whole nice little back rub won't work for a girl who wants roses. So you have to know your person's primary love language in order to be able to help with this apology language. Also, the more frequently that you do this and the more that you buy, those things are going to wear out. So be sure that you are paying your restitution in a way that you can afford and that you're genuinely sorry when you do that. My last one is requesting forgiveness. I actually scored a 0 in requesting forgiveness because I feel like, okay, so for people who want this, they need a person to acknowledge that forgiveness is needed by the other person. They need someone to say, you owe me an apology. And so they're expecting you to say, please forgive me, right? I'm not like that at all whatsoever. We both know that you did something to me. You coming to me and just being like, yo, I messed up is enough. You don't have to say, please forgive me. But some people need you to say, please forgive me. This is really, really hard for people to ask for forgiveness. So when someone does this means they think a lot of you, especially if it's sincere. Because when you say, they might phrase it like, it's really up to you, but I'm hoping you can forgive me for forgetting our date the other day. We were supposed to have a phone call and I didn't call. I hope you can forgive me. If you don't want to speak with me anymore, I'm good on that. I get it. I understand. So that leaves the person who's requesting forgiveness open to rejection, and none of us want to be rejected. So that's really, really difficult. But I think it's also important to remember that forgiveness is actually really hard for the person who's doing the forgiving too, because they also open themselves up to vulnerability and the possibility of being hurt or embarrassed or harmed again. I'm going to have to throw this toy. She's driving me insane. So we have to remember not to treat forgiveness lightly. We also have to remember that we don't forgive for the other person. We forgive for ourselves. So when you choose not to forgive somebody, you're the one who's going out of your way to avoid them. You're the one who's ignoring the phone calls. You're the one who's not responding. You're the one who's burning all the energy to not say hi or hello or this or that. Hey, Mary, thanks for jumping on. So when we forgive people so that we can not allow that to be captive in our own hearts, so that we can just navigate and flow through the day. Also, when you apologize to someone, you apologize sincerely and you're asking them, what can I do to make this better? Once you've apologized to someone, you don't have to keep, my dogs are being ridiculous. Mary, you know all about the dogs interrupting your lives, so welcome to my house. If you're apologizing to someone and you're sincere and you've been sincere and you've tried to apologize to them, you do not have to apologize 554 times. You've done your part by saying, I'm sorry. And now it's up to that person to do something with that. So I never want you guys to feel like you need to beg for someone's forgiveness, right? So check in with your person. Remember, we talked a few weeks ago about love languages. Find out what their love language is. And dogs be wild, super wild. Find out what their love language is, right? And then I want you to also take the apology language quiz together too. Remember that you can make it work, but you have to know that you're communicating it wrong, right? Wrong. Communicate it if you're doing it wrong. Because again, I said, I am a words of affirmation, quality time kind of girl. You can buy me 6 dozen roses and a whole pizza. And guess what? I'm going to take my roses and prop them up and I'm going to eat my pizza and I'm still going to be pissed at you. Because what I needed was the words. That's what I needed. I needed you to take ownership of it, say that you're sorry, and how you're not going to do it again. Other people, they're just good with an I'm sorry. Some girls just want a dozen roses. So be mindful of those things and know that people don't always accept apologies like you do. So I love you guys. Holy cow, I didn't know. Yes, there's a whole apology quiz. It's on my page. Go check it out and then let me know what your whole apology language is. I think that is super good to know. Don't move. I feel like Steve from Blue's Clues. I'm like, don't move. I'm going to write a number on the back of this so I can do my live giveaway. This is so exciting. I've been excited about this all day, okay? I got to grab a pen. First, I should show you that it's blank because I don't want anybody to think I cheated, okay? So I'm holding it over here so nobody can see what kind of number that I'm writing. And you hear my dog squeaking. Okay, I have written a number on the back of this paper. I'm going to hold it up this way so y'all can't see my number. But I've written a number on the back of this paper, and I want you guys to drop numbers down below. And the winner of this is going to get a prize right now. And I'm so excited about it. I've never done this. I just came up with this out of the blue, and I was not spinning in my office chair. I love you too, Sarah. Let's definitely catch up. I appreciate it. This was not my best live, but you guys are on here, and we're having fun. And that's all that matters. So guess a number between 1 and 15. Guess a number, and the first person to guess my number is going to win a prize. I'll give away up to 2, just in case 2 people drop the same number. And I'm going to pay for shipping and everything. It is one of the greatest prizes. I got one number from Sarah. So I got 7 people on here and she's picking the number 7. 7 is not my number, but somebody else go. Boy, 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 if I was getting a free prize, I would definitely be dropping numbers. It's not 4 either, Shauna, but that was a good try. 7 again from Katrina. No, it's not 7. Go, 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 go. That was a good guess. Not 10, Miss Wilma. Come on, guess, guess, guess. Between 1 and 15. 1 and 15. She said 22. No, it's not the number. Guess again. Oh, I got a winner. I got a winner. There's 2 numbers on the thing. Somebody is a winner. How did you guys guess? The number is 12. It's backwards. So I got a Katrina and a Shauna winner. The number is 12. My birthday is 12/12. If you guys know me, I always pick 12, and I started not to do it. Then I thought you guys wouldn't guess. So I got one winner who is Katrina and one winner who is Shauna. So that's super excited. I guess you want to know what you're winning, right? You are winning a Happy Salve, because Happy Salve makes me so super happy. It's in the new citrus herb scent. It's got the twist cap bottom, and it's plastic instead of the cardboard so that we can keep it in stock more. Mary says, congratulations. This is one of the best prizes of all time. It is so coveted in this company. We barely can keep them in stock, so this is a great prize. I will drop it in the mail to you. Katrina, you happen to be one of my customers, and Shauna, we're pretty tight, so I can get your mailing address. I love you guys, and I love when you watch the wind down. This week, I have tons of stuff going on this weekend. I'm headed home to Winchester. If you did not pre-order from me, I did pick up a few extra items, so call me or text me so I can bring you your order. It's going to be contactless because COVID is wild. I'm going to drop off on your porch. You can Cash App me, PayPal me, Venmo me. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting Palm Affair with Kayla, and I can't wait to talk to you next week. And hey, apologize, but you don't have to beg.